I lied. Belle explains the dream in this chapter. It's not about what she wants to do to Edward, though. It's about how, even in her own fantasies, he cannot be further away from her. And, it's funny. And then it kind of goes to about how much she hates people being nice to her, and how Edward apparently hates her to death and doesn't trust her for obvious reasons. You've only known him for less than a month. Why the hell should he trust you with the fact that he's a vampire? Gosh! Anyway, then he turns this whole thing about how Mike is like wanting to ask her out to dance, but since she only wants sparkling like sparkles and she sucks at dancing, she's not going. Bella, what can you do physically? I mean, I know you can be completely pessimistic and just completely have a general disdain for acts of kindness from anyone but Edward, but I mean, come on, damn. Pennies are more useful than you are. Moving on, once Edward decides to talk to her again, she once again decides to be special and grumpy and mean, and, be like, grrr, you don't trust me, brr, 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 nah. And then, it just kind of goes on about how she's, like, horrible at basketball, and how more than one guy wants to ask her out, and how she wants to run Edward over out of love in the parking lot because he's mocking her. And after that, it's about how much her dad loves Mexican food, props for that, and how Edward then goes to talk to her, and then he's like, oh, I gave this Tyler guy a chance to ask you to dance. I thought he needed a chance. And, as much as it might sound weird, Edward, you've just earned half a bro point for that. Be proud. Be proud, little buddy. Although I think you just lost it by asking Bella if you can drive her back to Seattle. I mean, I guess good for you. You're being kind of original and not asking her to dance, but you can read minds, obviously. So, duh, you know what you want. And then it pretty much ends with Edward being like, you should be away from me, but I'm still taking you to Seattle. It's gonna be awesome.